Good afternoon to everybody. Today's lecture is about classification. Uh, Up to now, until today or until this lecture, we just emphasize on the single classes. I'm going to explain you in more detail what is the classes, what is the single classes, and what is the classification by a few minutes later. But first of all, we need to understand the concept of the classification. Before anything else, we have two types of the classification. One of them is a qualitative, the other one is a quantitative. As it is derived from the name, the quantitative is a classification related to the number or related to the digit. So we are mainly focused on this one because the qualitative, it's very easy. The qualitative is the things that mainly doesn't have any formula because it is pretty understandable. For instance, if I want to classify you guys, all of you, include myself, based on the, let's say, qualitative, let's say, factor, one of these factors could be a gender. I can say that we have, let's say, 4 male or 3 female in this class. So this is one classification based on the qualitative. Or I can say that we have a, let's say, 5 tall students and let's say 5 short students in our, let's say, course. So these are the qualitative. It's very easy. Or you can say that another qualitative, we can say that, for instance, we have 4 students from USA, we have 2 students from Germany, 5 students from Japan. So these are all related to the quality. These are actually more subjective. You are actually mentally, based on some specific criteria, you start to classify. This is the easy part. But the quantitative is a bit disgusting, and we need to discuss in this lecture. This is actually our considered as our, let's say, 3rd chapter. In this chapter, we are dealing about symbology and labeling. Symbology is same as classification. As I told you, there are a bunch of GIS programs. Some of them call it classification, some of them call it symbology. These are same things at all, just different name. Anyway, symbology or classification, it's categorized under 2 main categories. One is a qualitative, which I explained you about it. The other one is a quantitative. In this session, we are mainly try to emphasize on the quantitative part, and we will solve one example together, and you are going to solve one assignment similar to this, let's say, example, and you will understand what is the quantitative, let's say, classification. By the way, don't worry about, you don't need to calculate always, because computer will be do it everything for you. Just I'm going to explain, and that's why we are doing one exercise to understand the logic behind of the things that computer do. So, as I said, a qualitative one look like this folder that I put it here right there. You can classify based on the color themes. For instance, those who are close to the blue, dark blue, turquoise, you put it in a one class or one place. Those who close to the green or green themes, you put it somewhere else. The other look like red, orange or yellow or light yellow, you will put it somewhere else. This is the concept of the, for instance, qualitative. But the quantitative, it is something else, and we are going to use this formula. Don't worry about this formula, it is very easy formula. You will see in a few seconds. According to things that up to now I'm explaining to you, classification means that it's a process or action that we are categorize a member or object of the class based on some formula. We call this process as a classification. So for instance, we have our class. So we want to classify all of the students, include me, based on a specific criteria. Or you have a library, you have a bunch of books in your library, you want to classify all the books based on the certain criteria, for instance, social science, humanity, engineering, etc. and etc. So you are able to classify. Now, we are just cover the qualitative, but what about the quantitative? As I told you, we have a certain rule. Actually, as you can see here, we have a four simple rule for any sort of classification, and we have a two formula to be used for the purpose of the classification. So I'm just go to the example very directly, and then we will going to use this formula and then check these four rules over here. So imagine we have this data. Just imagine we have this data 20, 22, 24, 26, 20, 21, 30, 32, etc. until 22. It can be anything. It could be a height of the land. It could be a topography contour. Okay. It could be an age. It could be a length. It could be a weight. It doesn't matter what is it. It is a data, and as you can see, it is a quantitative, and we want to classify it. So for the classification, we need to have a certain rule. As you can see here, we have a four important rule, and we have a two important formula which help us to following these rules. So let's start to think how we are able to do this process. Let's I'm just share my screen once more and open some notepad, because we need to apply some calculation as well. There's my screen. I just want to share it. Yes, can you see right now everything here? I opened one calculator and one notepad. Is it visible?
Yes.
Okay, and I need one of you to help me because it is not like a whiteboard that I see them, and it could be happen that I made a mistake. So one of you voluntarily open the calculator and help me in this process. First, I'm just going to write the formula here. You can also look at what I'm going to do. We have a x mean. What is x? X means a member. What is member mean? Each of these data, each of these single data call as one member. For instance, 20 is one member, 22, 44, 38, each of them call as a one single member. So we have an x min or member small, we have an x max or biggest member. We have one formula, we call it K, or we could say it class. In front of it we have 1 plus open and close parenthesis 3.3 multiplied by, let's say, logarithm n. What is of the n? It is number of the member. Okay, this is our first formula, and let's also write our second formula. This is also our second formula. I will say, oh, sorry, just jump up. I will say x max minus x min divided, actually I will put it into the parentheses, to the k. So here we are. So now I need one of you to help me to find this thing. As far as I see, the smallest member it's 20, isn't it? We have 220, not anymore, not less than 20. And the biggest member, I think it is 44. So this is this part. I'm just define the biggest and the smallest one. Now I'm jump to my first formula. My first formula said k equal to the 1 plus 3.3 multiplied by logarithm n. What is the n? I said it is a member number. How many member we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So we have a 20 member. Let's also mention here, let's say n means member, and right now it is equal to 20 members. So we need to calculate the logarithm n. You need to just open your calculator. This is the calculator, simple one. All of you have it. You write 20, press logarithm. This number appear 1.30 something. Okay, I just keep it 1. Let's say 301. The rest is not important for us. Now you need to multiply this number to 3.3. Multiply this by 3.3. It is equal to 4.2 something. Okay, let's go overhead. Say k equal to 1 plus 4.293. The rest is not important for us. And I need to add 1 to this number. It means that it's equal to 5.293. The rest is not important for us. So k equal to this. We will find the k. As you can see, it is very easy. Now I need to put into this formula. What is this formula? It is W. W is a width or height. I'm going to tell you what is the width or height and one we use it. We will say that W equal to X max, which is 44 minus 20 divided by K. One important thing for you, always round K to the first digit. It means that here K equal to the 5. Okay, just for your maybe out of the curiosity example, if K equal to 5.998, again, let's make my screen a bit big. Again, we consider K equal to 5. Okay, it means that we just keep the first digit. The rest is not important for us. If it is 5.998, again is 5. If it is 5.293, again is 5. This is just for note. I'm just put it as an example here. So I need to now divide 44 minus 20 to the 5. Okay, let's go over. Let's go ahead. I will say yes. I will say W equal to 44 divided to the 5. Okay. And after that, we will calculate the result. Definitely is 6. W equal to the 6. Is it any question up to now?
All clear, hocam.
Is clear. Okay.
Hocam,
Yes.
24 by 5, it's 4.8, no?
Yes, it's supposed to be 4.8.
It's 4.8, not 6.
Ha, 4.8. Yes, yes. Sorry. Is it clear now?
Yes, hocam.
So now we find the W and we find the K. By the way, please check, because this is not like a whiteboard. I'm also consider other things. So it could be mistake happen. So please tell me if something happened. Now we learn W, we learn K. Now what we are going to do? We are going to create a table like this one, exactly similar to this one, K class frequency, or sorry, frequency. We will say that I have a K, I have the classes, and I have a frequency. Here, and let's draw some line under it, similar to the table. So what is RK? RK, it's 5. It means that we have 5 classes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 classes. Okay, here we are. I'm just trying to keep this one. here. So now, what is the W or width of the class is 4.8. Now I need to write the interval of the classes. I will set that my class start from number 20 until 24.8t. We'll make it a bit long, like this. Yes. Is it clear, this part? I will just take the smallest member and add this interval or this width to our smallest member and make the next interval. Now, the next number, this one coming down, we would say that 24.80 plus again our interval, which is a 4.8, which is 29.6, I think. Is it correct? Just one of you also check with me. Again, I will say that again same number, 29.60 to 1, sorry, not 1. I will add again 4.8 and I will have 34.4 also over there. This one. Then we will have 34.40 and we will have 39.20. And our last number, 0.20, is equal to 44. Anyone agree with this?
Yes, Hocam, it's correct.
Okay. Now, next step, we will going to call the member and put it here. Okay, we are going to call and put the member accordingly here. What is the member? How many member we have from 20 to 24? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think 5. Oh, we have one more here, 6. So the frequency for this group, it's all the members from 20 to 24. Now next one. We need to start from not 24 because we put the 24 here, so 25. 25 to 29. We have one here. I think we have 2. Yeah. Again, 29.
Actually, we have 3.
Where is the 3?
Yeah.
We have 2 of 26.
226 and 124.
No, 24, we consider it in top.
Okay.
Okay, we consider 24 in top because it is from 20 to 25 actually. So we consider 24 top. But here now we consider from 25 to 29. So I think it is 2. If you see more, just tell me, I will add it. Now we have a 29, not 29. actually, because we consider 29 here, but this time 30 to 34. We have 1 here, 2 here, 3 here, I think 4. If you see more, just tell me.
No,
Then we have a 35 because we consider 34 here, so 35 to 39. We have 1 here and 2 here, 3.
Is it 4, teacher, I think?
Yes,
No,
it's fine. You
no,
forgot the 36.
30, yeah, 38, 38, not 36.
one more. We have a 35. Okay. We have a 38. We have 36.
we have 2 of 35.
Okay, yes, yes, right. We have 4 of them. Correct. And after that, from 40, because we consider 39 here, to 44. In fact, everything more than 40. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4, I think. I think it is 4. Now, to test, we need to test that we do the correct or not. If you consider this number, if you make a sum of it, for instance, this is become 12. We have 2 more here, which is 14, and 6 equal to 20. So this should be equal to the 20 member. This is a test. Now I can write everything here accordingly. Is it clear? Is it understandable?
Yes or no?
I think it's very clear because definitely you do it in a high school. Now, let's come back to our rule. I said we have 4 rules. You need to check this rule to see is it work or not. Where should I put this one to check our rule actually? Maybe I can make it like this. Yes, here we are. The first rule said must be mutually exclusive. What does this mean? It means that if I put 24 here in this class, I'm not allowed to put it once more here. Each member only and only can be sit in one class. They are not allowed to sit in a second class. So it means that must be mutually exclusive. So as you can see, we do this rule. The second rule must be all inclusive. What is this means? All the number or all this member should be included or should be joined in one of these classes. Actually, all of them join to one of these classes. Category should be equal width. As you see, all of them have an equal width of 4.8. Avoid empty category or empty classes. Actually, as you can see, we do not have any empty categories. Okay? As much as possible, we are trying to avoid the empty category. And as you can see, we have one formula here. What is this formula? Also, you are able to use this formula as well. You need to just think if you put the 2 to the power of which number, it could be a bigger or equal to the n. Our n is 20. So you need to just test it. If you put 2 to the power of 5, as you can see, it's become 32. So 32 is bigger than equal n. Okay? Definitely, if I put it to the power of 4, it's become 16, which is less than n. This is another formula you can use instead of this formula. Okay, both of them work. You will have an assignment similar to this one, actually, for your next session. This is about this part of the lecture.